This is Jack, the kid conservationist, and welcome to the Ben & Jerry's factory in Waterbury, Vermont. I'm here today to interview Sean Greenwood, the Grand Poobah of PR, who has worked at Ben & Jerry's since 1988. I was negative 22 then. I want to highlight this company as they are active in environmentalism, profitable, palm oil free, and don't forget, delicious. Yum yum!
So, as you know, I am Jack Dalton. I'm a kid conservationist. I'm the youth ambassador for Orangutan Alliance.
You got an orangutan color, you know that. Up top, you got kind of a little orange going yourself.
They're the only red-headed apes.
This is amazing. It's like you're advocating for those who are very similar.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I understand that Ben & Jerry's is quite eco-friendly, and that's one of the things they focus on.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like working for a company that's eco-friendly?
It's nice, right? Like you come in, you go, I better be drinking my tea out of something recyclable, reusable, and not just things you could throw out. So I think we try to be aware of that both as individuals that work at the business and for the business impact. So I remember when I started here, we had just really kind of started. We had a group called the Green Team that was looking at how to try to make sure that we are as environmentally responsible as we can. So the manufacturing that happens here in this building, we started saying, okay, a lot of ingredients coming in cardboard boxes. Can we reuse those cardboard boxes? And so we would work on that. Then we started saying there's a lot of ice cream that you either test or ice cream when you're manufacturing that ends up like if a machine gets jammed up and squeezes the pints and ice cream comes flowing out, there's a lot of ice cream waste, and you can like wash it down the drain, but then that pollutes your local water system. And so instead we started taking all the ice cream waste and putting it in these big barrels, like 50-gallon barrels, and sending it to a pig farm up in Stowe, Vermont, so they could recycle the ice cream waste by making it into pig food.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool, huh?
Those pigs are probably pretty happy.
They were very happy, although the rumor was they didn't like mint ice cream, but they would still eat it if you just got, they didn't like it first.
Good thing there's no pork chop flavor.
No pork chops at all.
So, Ben & Jerry's is globally fully palm oil free. What process did you have to go through to get there?
You know, we started looking at the issue probably 10, 15 years ago, when we were made aware of what was going on in terms of palm oil and deforestation and trying to take a stance to do something around that. We had started, when I first began Ben & Jerry's in the late 1980s, we had a flavor called Rainforest Crunch. And the idea was, we said, let's use nuts from the Amazon and show that we can support a nut cooperative there and be able to, instead of have just the local landowners cut down the trees and use them for grazing for cattle, which is what they were doing at the time, we wanted to show, let's make a product that takes a stance on that issue. So I think we've been aware of deforestation and those issues for a while. Conversion back in 2017, where we stopped using palm oil throughout the full system. Again, it was like probably less than 1% of all the ingredients, but it was still there, and so we wanted to help make a statement and take a stance on it.
As we were talking about Rainforest Crunch, I know that was in 1988. I was a few years too late.
It was still a good flavor. We just had an employee party where they got to make a couple flavors from the graveyard. Right, we have our flavor graveyard where we take flavors that are no longer selling or we no longer make for whatever reason.
Ben & Jerry's has a flavor graveyard, so we're going to head in there and check out some of the flavors that are retired and are no longer used at Ben & Jerry's. Oh, I found one. Maybe the most important one for myself. Aching heart, heavy sigh. We bid Rainforest Crunch goodbye. That nutty brittle from exotic places got sticky in between our braces, although I don't have braces. A flavor redesign might be doable, but fossil fuel is non-renewable. Very true, fossil fuel is not renewable.
Businesses are held to a higher standard today. Both, I think, consumers want that, but there's also the ability to tell those messages much more quickly than there used to be. And so I think that combination, for businesses to be aware of how they can take a stance, do the right thing, and and also meet kind of the growing interest and demand for businesses who are responsible, that it's a good business decision for them. It's not just about trying to do something good for the environment, but it's also about trying to do something good for your business.
So I'm going to end this off with a fun one. I know there's core and froyo and scoop shop flavors. I know there's multiple different categories. What is your favorite one of those categories?
Favorite category? I'm still an ice cream guy. I love ice cream. My favorite flavor is Cherry Garcia. That when they make it here and it's fresh and you go get it and just when they make it here, they don't freeze it solid. That's the last step. So if you're going to eat ice cream and you pull some off the line, it's still kind of soft and like a creamy, and that's the most incredible experience.
That sounds great.
We should get some of that.
I don't know if I've ever had Cherry Garcia, so I'll have to try it.
This is a good thing. This is why you're here, Jack. It's all about learning.
Definitely. Thank you, Sean.
I just wanted to say an extra thank you to Sean Greenwood for taking time out of his day to interview me. So I thank you so much, Sean. And also, thank you for the recommendation for Cherry Garcia. That was great. Along with the chocolate chip cookie dough fresh off the line. Could have been the best thing I ever put in my mouth. As if you need more of a reason to support Ben & Jerry's, please do, because they're an eco-friendly company. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what your favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor is today.